Good evening, everyone. Happy Friday. Please confirm if you can hear me. Good evening, everyone. Happy Friday. Okay, good evening. I hope you had a great day. So I welcome you to another episode of the Practice with Diction Queen that is usually held on Fridays. Please note that tonight would have a mixed session. First, we have new intakes in the academy. Go out it, and then would proceed to having the practice session. So quickly, I'll go straight into teaching you how to access the e-learning platform. Remember again, the academy is is an academy where you learn at your convenient time, Mondays to Fridays. So what that means is on Monday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you learn anytime that works for you. So how do you learn? All you have to do is to log into our e-learning platform. Now, how do you log into the e-learning platform? So let's quickly go through that. So that on Monday, you can easily start. Before now, we had requested that you register on the e-learning platform. Few people have registered, while others have not. So first, you need to register. A link was sent to the group where you have to register. To register, all you need to do is put your names, your email, preferred email, and password. Then you send the email that you used in registering to the group where you got the link to join this class so that we can enroll you. So once we enroll you, we then send you another link to access the class. So once you get the other link to access the class, all you have to do is to click on the link. This is what the link to access the class will look like. Some of you have got it. Those that have registered have got it already. If you've not, you have to register. So it's going to look like this. Once you click on it on your, I believe you can see my screen. Let me be sure before I proceed. Please confirm if you can see my screen. Please confirm if you can see my screen. I'm sharing my screen right now. Please confirm you can see my screen. Please confirm you can see my screen. Okay, thank you, Christian. Okay, I'll proceed now. So once you log in, you're going to find something like this. It says, hi, welcome back. So the same name, the username you used while registering and your password. So you insert it in and then you sign in. You can ask it to keep me signed in. If I were you, I'll click on keep me signed in so that anytime I come back here, I do not have to go through the hassle of not remembering my password or something. So it brings you here. On your own profile, you're going to see one enrolled course. Here I have 3 enrolled courses. I have 3 active courses and all. But you would see one because you have only enrolled on one of our courses. Some of you might have enrolled on 2, you see 2. But of course, a lot of you here have only enrolled on the Diction Mastery Academy. So you're going to see one here where you saw 3. So if you keep scrolling down, you would see the name of the course you enrolled for, which is the 6 weeks Diction Mastery Academy. You click on this flyer here. I believe you can see the flyer. The same flyer we have on the WhatsApp. So you click on it. It's loading. So once you click on it, it brings you here. Can you see 6 weeks Diction Master Academy, then the flyer again, and then you scroll down. As you scroll down, you're going to find the course content. So on the course content, you have the first lesson, setting your speaking goals. That is lesson 1. WhatsApp group. Some of you might have issues uploading the assignment here. Whether you upload it here or not, the instructor would not come here to check. The only place where the instructor would access your assignment is in the assignment group. So focus more on submitting your assignment in the assignment group, not right here. And please, some of us would also rush to the assignment group. We don't watch the lesson, we would only rush to the assignment group. Please avoid doing that, because all of this will just cause you to be concerned and have pressure. Some of these lessons, we do not have the assignment in the assignment label. We have the assignment mentioned in the lessons. So make sure you watch the lesson before you move down to the assignment. So Monday, you expect to take setting your speaking goals. Day 1. Day 2, which is Tuesday, we expect you to go to fundamental of clear articulation. If you tap on it, you're going to find lesson 2 and then quiz 2. So for example, for lesson 2, there is no quiz here. There is no assignment. The assignment was mentioned in the lesson. So that's why you have to watch the lesson before you go to the assignment. Do not just be in a hurry to submit assignment without learning first. The essence of the assignment is to help you practice what you have learned. So if you have not learned anything and you're submitting an assignment, of course you would be doing the wrong thing. Then day 3, you expect to go to techniques to improve your pronunciation. Some people would also take day 1, day 2, day 3 lessons in one day. I like to say that such person is sabotaging his or herself. If you're the type that you would not go accordingly, you take all the lessons together, then you are sabotaging yourself. In Nigeria, they'll say you are doing yourself, because the reason why the academy is spread out to 6 weeks is to have enough time to learn and practice. So if you're trying to do what you're supposed to do in 3 days, you're supposed to do it in one. What you're trying to do, if you're doing what you're supposed to do for 3 days in one day, then of course you wouldn't get the same result as someone who has taken easier time to do that. So day 4 or so, we have the lesson, English is not a phonetic language. Day 5, the English consonant sound. So you learn this Mondays to Fridays. On Saturdays, we do not expect you to learn on the e-learning platform. So on Saturdays, just like today that we're meeting, we meet by 8 p.m. via Zoom to practice, to also ask questions about what you have learned during the week. So the next week again, on Monday, you start again from getting a hang of some consonant sounds, on and on like that. So this is the e-learning platform. The e-learning platform is easy to access. All you have to do is register first. If you have not registered, you can't access it. So some people would not even read instruction. They will just go ahead and access. Some people will send in emails that they have not registered. If you're doing all of this, you're wasting time. And you're also causing issue for both you and the admins. So it is very, very important. It's advisable that you read all instructions. They are sent to the group in plain language and easy language, and ask specific questions. So it won't look like you're not getting value for your money. It won't look like you're lost or you're lagging behind. All you have to do is read the instructions. They are easy to access. And if you have questions, of course, give way, please. So this is the e-learning platform. So the lessons keep going until you have accessed all lessons, and then you proceed to the project. After the project, you get your certificate, and of course, we give you access to join the alumni group. So again, the academy runs Mondays to Saturdays. Mondays to Fridays, you learn on this e-learning platform. All you have to do is register first. Registration started last week, I think on Monday. And some of those that have registered have been enrolled until today. If you have not registered, please register, send your email so we can enroll you. So, excuse me, so that on Monday you can easily go to the e-learning platform and start learning. Remember, assignments are supposed to be sent to the assignment WhatsApp group. That is where the instructor will listen to your assignment and give feedback to each assignment. Then on Fridays and on Saturdays, we meet at 8 p.m. right here to practice together. So if you have any question, this is it about the induction. If you're new and you have any question about the induction, please ask now so we can quickly move to the practice with Diction Queen session. Any question, please? If you have any question, please ask. Should you have any question, please ask. I'm waiting for your questions. If you're new in the academy and you have questions, please ask. I'm waiting. If you're new in the academy and you have questions, please ask. Any question? When should I start the assignment? So you're starting your lessons on Monday. So it means that you take lesson 1 on Monday and you do assignment 1 on Monday as well. When you take lesson 2 on Tuesday, you do the assignment on Tuesday. That way, that way, that way. I hope that answers your question. Any other question? After my project and certificate, will I still be able to access the academy? Yes. After the project and certificate, you will still be able to access the academy. I have not been able to register. Why haven't you been able to register? Why haven't you been able to register? Any other question, please? I just sent my email not quite long. Not quite long. I hope it's not too late. It will be attended to. I hope you have registered before you send the email. You need to register with the email. There's a link in the group where you would register. You register there first. Then the email you used in registering is what you will send. If you have not registered, please register before you send your email. Otherwise, we cannot do anything with your email if you have not registered. Okay. Please, how can I register with the alumni? You don't have to register. After your project, the admins would send you link to join. I have joined the assignment group, but yet to be endorsed by the admin. Do you mean you have sent requests, but you haven't been granted access? Is that what you mean, Nuruddin? How many minutes does the learning take each day? The lessons differ. So we have lessons less than 10 minutes. Let's just say 10 minutes. The longest lesson on the e-learning platform should take 10 minutes. So let's say 10 minutes maximum each day. Good evening, Bosede. My assignments are not being attended to. Each assignment are attended to. As of last night, the last time the instructor attended to the assignment was about past 9. And this evening, I've seen our feedback in the group as well. So please check, except you're not submitting your assignment to the appropriate room or the appropriate group. But the instructor judiciously attends the assignment daily in the evening. So please check again. They said my email is used. Please use another email. Use another email, ma'am. Okay, that's fine. We talked about giving us book the day we register. You said book written by you. I haven't been sent, ma'am. We're not giving anyone book. Maybe we talked about bonuses, and they are ebooks and PDFs. They have been sent to the group. The links to access them, the videos, the PDFs, and the ebooks. Ebooks are different from books. All of those have been sent rather to the group. We will send it again. Perhaps you have not seen it when you joined. Maybe it hasn't been resent when you joined, but we have sent it to the group. I've completed my academy program. Can I re-register for more training? Yes, ma'am. Or is this sir? Yes, sir. We have other trainings that you can register for. We have the personalized coaching training that you can register for. It's a private class. It's an advanced class as well. So it helps you build on what you have learned in the academy, and it works mainly on transformation. The fee is between 180,000 to 450,000. So you can send a message to the admin. We also have other courses. We have courses on grammar and on vocabulary that you can register for as well. So you can just send a message to any of the admins for more information. Yes, I sent the request, but yet to be accepted. Yes, we purposely haven't accepted new intakes requests to the assignment group to avoid confusion. We wanted you to go through this first because the assignment group is a general group. You're not the only one in that group. We have old students in that group. We have some people that have gone farther in the course. So when you join the assignment group, when you see others submitting the assignment, it doesn't feel new to you. So the academy, again, is a self-paced academy. So because somebody is submitting assignment, let's say lesson 12, and you are just submitting lesson 1, doesn't mean the person is ahead of you. It only means that the person starts learning before you, right? But we expect that everyone in this new group starts learning on Monday. So you get access to the assignment group before Monday. Say that on Monday you can send in your assignment anytime that works for you. Can I take more than one lesson per day if you have the time? I do not recommend you do that. The reason is so that you can have enough time to practice. People do that, but personally, I do not recommend you do that. Please, I have not received any link from the admins. You can send a message to your group, you are the support group. I have sent requests to join the, I think I've attended that. What happened to those who are not computer literate? Can the questions be sent to WhatsApp, please? You can send it to the WhatsApp group. You can ask your questions in the WhatsApp group. How do I create another email? Is it going to affect the first one? Please help. You do not have to create another email. But if you want to create another email, it will not affect the first one. Just go to your Gmail. If it was a Gmail you're using, you're going to see somewhere that says sign up. You have you have sign in and you have sign up. It could be login. So just sign up. Or I would send in a short video to help you through that. How can the learning be sent to WhatsApp for easy access for non-computer literate? The learnings cannot be sent to WhatsApp. All you have to do is click on a particular link, just like I've shown you. The link is sent. Once you click on the link, it takes you to that page. Once you get to that page, you click on the lesson you want to take. All of these steps takes less than 5 steps. Click on the link after you have registered and you have been accepted. Click on the link, go to the lesson you want to learn, take the lesson, submit your assignment. However, there's a short video in the group already that you can rewatch. You can also watch this replay to get further help. Otherwise, you can send a private message to one of the admins to attend to you privately, but we cannot send it to the WhatsApp group. Ma'am, can I have a talk with you in private because I have an unfinished business with you about one-on-one practice? That's fine. We can send a WhatsApp message. Okay, I think we are done with all of these questions. That's the last question I got. So I'll proceed to why we're here tonight, which is to practice our speaking. If you have other questions, feel free to ask. I would always come back to the question chat to take questions. So again, to the new intakes, welcome again. And I'm sure you would enjoy the academy. To enjoy the academy, you have to follow instructions. I think I should re-emphasize that. It's important that you follow instructions to enjoy the academy. If you do not follow instructions, it will feel like you're left out. It will feel like everyone is doing something and you're doing nothing. That's the truth. In fact, to feel like nobody's attending to you. But the truth is the same thing. We expect everyone to do the same thing. And that same instruction has been passed to the group. And it will keep being reposted over time. So if at any point you get stuck somewhere, just ask questions instead of trying to create a scene or cause a fight or speak to the admins rudely. Remember, the admins are also human. So sometimes you might speak to them in a way that they also cannot take it and will just reply you in a way that is not too nice. We understand that customers are always right, but also remember that admins are also humans. So to avoid situations where you feel like this isn't right, I would say two things. First, follow instructions. And second, ask questions nicely when you need questions. Ask for help. We are there to help. I think there are about 4 admins in the group. We are all there to help you. I need more emphasis about the quiz under the lesson. The quiz stands for assignment. So when you click on the lesson, you watch the lesson. The lesson is a video. When you watch the lesson, some of these videos, we will tell you what to do at the end if there's an assignment to do. Right? For some of them, would ask you to go to the quiz area to find the assignment. I hope that is clear, Kabiru. Yes, the recording of this class will be made available. Okay. Am I supposed to get any information on my email? No, we will not send you any information. We won't send any information to your email. All we'll do is, once you send the email you have registered to the group, it will notify you in the group once the email has been enrolled. So we are not sending you an email, no. We're not sending anything to your email address. Okay. My video is not talking. I have complained severally on the group, but to no avail. You have complained, and I have personally attended to you 3 times. You complained in one of the public groups, and you also complained in the private group twice. So if you're the same person, I have attended to you twice myself. So that's another reason why we say read informations in the group. So it won't be like nobody's attending to you or you're left out. I recommended first that you click on the mic because the first screenshot you sent, the mic was muted. And later you said you have clicked on the mic that is not talking. Then I recommended that you use another browser. So it depends on your phone. So if you're using Google Chrome before, use another browser. Once you click on the link, your phone would ask you which browser you want it to use. So click on another browser. I'm sure it will work that way. This video has been accessed by over 1,800 participants. So if it's not talking, it's either it's from your device or a network issue. But like I said, use another browser, then let's see what happens. Okay, so I will share my screen now as I proceed to why we're here today. Like I said, to practice. I always love the practice session for 2 reasons. It gives me opportunity to, oh, excuse me. It gives me opportunity to work with participants of the academy at least once a week. And it also gives me that opportunity to see how far you have gone with your practice. It's more like a situation to expose those that have been practicing and those that have not been practicing. So if you're here and you would not want to practice on the e-learning platform, I recommend that you practice because practicing daily gives better results. So welcome again to tonight's session on the practice with Diction Queen. And tonight we will be talking about the fundamental, excuse me, we will be talking about the fundamental knowledge that you must know before we go in depth into the academy. So when it comes to speaking English properly, there are a few things that are very important. And if you had remembered when you enrolled on the webinar where I shared my formula, I talked about a formula called declare, if you can remember. So tonight, let's quickly talk about what declare is briefly. And then as we talk about it, we practice along the way. So what exactly is this declare? I remember that night we exposed the first letter, the D. And I said the D there stands for diction fundamental. Remember that when you're pronouncing words ending with A and L, the letter A is expected to be silent. So you say fundamental instead of fundamental. Please confirm if you can see my screen. It's blurry here. I don't know if it's blurry over there as well. Please confirm if you can see it clearly. I'm waiting for your feedback. Okay, thank you. I've got the feedback. So let's talk about diction fundamental, like I stated. The D there, I said that night, stands for diction fundamental. And like I said that night as well, diction fundamental is the foundation. It is the building blocks of great communication. And to master diction fundamental, you must pay attention to the sounds of the language. Have you wondered why, when you're learning other languages, like your native languages, one of the first things they will teach you is the sound of that language. But then when we learn English, this teaches the letters. Have you ever asked questions why? I think it is because they're trying to hide something from us. They're trying to make us speak English in a way that would not really suit us. To speak English better, you do not have to master the letters to speak English better. The letters are helpful when it comes to spelling and writing. But when it comes to pronunciation, we need the sounds. So one of the things you would be learning early on the e-learning platform are the sounds of the language. And one of the things we will be practicing as we meet on Fridays and on Saturdays are to be an articulate speaker. As a speaker, most times we start from being articulate, then we move to being fluent, and then we move to being eloquent. You must be articulate first. To be articulate means to speak in a way that your words are clearly heard, they're clearly pronounced, and you cannot do that without the knowledge of the sounds. Then we need to learn the second letter in my formula, which is the I. The I talks about intonation accuracy. Intonation, it's more about how you convey your emotions, how you convey your energy, how you talk about things when you're curious, when you're sad and all. Intonation plays key role in communicating what you want to say. Have you heard people say things like, what you have to say or what you say is not as important as how you say what you say? So if I come to you and I say, stupid, there's a way I say it, or there's a way I will say it that you would not take that to heart. And there's a way I will say that you will take it to heart and feel like, why would you call me that? We don't have such relationship for you to call me that. Intonation. So there are quite a number of mistakes that people do that we must avoid. But when we revisit this topic on intonation, we'll talk about that. This is just to introduce you to the meaning of those letters, and then we'll go back to the first letter. Remember, we must start from the basics. And then we have the C, the first C. The first C stands for connected speech. How you speak such that your words is smooth and it flows naturally without you sounding fake. There are tips to learn about how you use your connected speech. There are things to focus on. And of course, when we get there, we'll talk about it. We still have the next, which is CL. Remember, declare. So the clear here, we have the C and the L. So we have cadence and lilt. Cadence and lilt. And of course, we have the E. The E stands for emphasis. Very important. In fact, it's especially important when we speak to use emphasis, not just for the sake of diction, but also for public speaking. And then we have A, which talks about accent. Accent is not very important to be heard anywhere you are. But of course, there are some people that they love to speak and sound like a particular people. So if you're like that kind of a person, then you need to look forward to accent session where we talk about what differentiates, we also have it on the e-learning platform, what differentiates the American English from the British English and from other Englishes out there. I read an article, I guess it was 2 days ago during this week, where the writer states that there is nothing like wrong English. Rather, we could say standard English. So if I speak to you and I use Nigerian accent, or whether I use Ghanaian accent, or whether I use British accent, none of these accents is superior to the other, very importantly. None of them is wrong as well. It depends on your region. It depends on the social group you're trying to sound like. Rather, we could say that one is standard while the others aren't standard. So that's where we have the British accent and the American accent. Right? So all of these come together to give you that transformation that you seek to help you speak better when it comes to your pronunciation. But tonight we would focus on the D, diction fundamental. And to do that, we have to emphasize the sounds. We have to emphasize the sounds. So this evening, we'll talk briefly about all of the sounds and we'll focus on two of them. So we're going to practice two of these sounds tonight. So if you look at the chart again, you realize that we have the consonants, those with the yellow background, and we have the vowels, those with the ash background. The consonants are divided into two. We have the voiced consonants and the voiceless consonant. Now, the voiced consonants are those consonants that when you say them, you are expected to cause vibration. Your vocal cord, that is your throat here, is expected to vibrate. Say, for example, if I say the V sound, the sound of letter V, V, I should feel vibration on my vocal cord. That makes the V sound a voiced sound. Now, when I say another sound and I can't feel vibration, then that sound is a voiceless sound. Say, for example, the sound of letter F, no vibration. I can feel vibration. And that makes that sound to be a voiceless sound. So we have voiceless sound and we have voiced sound. Now we have the vowels. Okay, how many voice sounds do we have and how many voiceless sounds? Okay, talk about the voiced sounds. We have 15 voiced sounds and we have 9 voiceless sounds. So all of these consonant sounds are 24. 15 out of them, out of the 24 consonants, are voiced, while 9 are voiceless. Then we have the vowels. The vowels are divided into monophthongs and diphthongs. The monophthongs are 12, and some of them are long, while some of them are short. The ones with the 2 dots, they are the long sounds, while the ones without the 2 dots are the short sounds. So the long sounds are 5, while the short sounds are 7. Then we have the diphthongs. The diphthongs are the ones that come in 2. You see them, they have 2 symbols. There are 8 diphthongs. Now, when we talk about the diphthongs, when we talk about the length of the diphthongs, we're expected to glide when articulating the diphthongs. That means we should go slowly from one sound to another sound when saying the diphthong sound. So take, for example, this sound. I believe you can see my red spotlight. This sound here, it has something like small letter A, and then it has capital letter I. These are symbols. So these two letters, or should I say these two symbols come together, make one sound. I. An average Nigerian will pronounce that sound as I. You can have it in words like I am a girl. An average Nigerian will say something like I am a girl. So look at that pronunciation. Listen attentively. I am a girl. I am a girl. One sounded better, the one where you glided, the one where you took your time to say the I properly. I am a girl. It's different from I am a girl. Right. So when it comes to the diphthongs, you should glide, go slowly from the first sound to the second sound. I am a girl instead of I am a girl. Same with when you have vowels with two dots. Take your time to make it long. Girl. It's not girl. I am a girl. Girl. Girl makes a long sound. Girl is different from I am a girl. So where you have long sounds, make sure you say it long. Where you have short sound, say it short. Where you have the diphthong, make it glide. So tonight we'll focus on two sounds, and then we'll focus on the first two vowels. The first vowel is E. It is written as small letter I, two little dots. E. Note, it has the two dots. Remember, vowels with the two dots are long vowels. So make it long. E. And these two dots are called length marks. Length marks. So when you have a symbol that has a length mark, we call it a long sound, and we must pronounce it long. E. The second vowel we will practice tonight is A. 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 The A sound is written as capital letter I. A. And for the A sound, we can have a word like ship. Now look at these two symbols. Look at the word examples. The first one, the one with the length mark, has the word sheep, sheep, sheep. The other one, without the length mark, has a short vowel, and it is pronounced ship, ship. So you have sheep, and you have ship, instead of sheep, sheep. Wrong. So let's consider more words under this. And before I continue, let me quickly mention that the practice with Diction Queen is usually a general class where we have people that haven't attended or that haven't registered for the e-learning platform as well to join. And then normally what we do is between 8 to 9, we have the generalized class. And from 9 to 10, we focus on those in the academy. So if you're here tonight and you haven't enrolled in the academy, very soon, in a few minutes, we would have to end this session and focus on only those in the academy. Like I always say, with the Friday sessions, you can learn. The learning is half the battle. So learning without practicing, when it comes to speaking better, when it comes to elocution or diction, is more like a waste of time. Some of you here might have attended diction classes before, and it seems like you're still speaking the way you joined those classes. It's most times it's not the fault of your instructor or the course. It's mainly the fault of not practicing, lack of practice. And that is why the academy is structured in a way that you can practice every day. There's a saying that when you do something over and over again for 21 days, it becomes a part of you. But the academy has provided you a situation or a system where you could do this over and over again for about 36 days. So imagine what would happen. As if you're here and you have not enrolled, you still have that opportunity to enroll tonight for just 20,999 naira. If you're in Ghana, all you need is 270 Ghana cedis. After tonight, the fee goes to 31,999 naira. So I thought to mention that again. So let's go back to our lessons. So we have the two sounds. So remember, one is long, the long E sound, and we have the short A sound. So let's consider words that can give us these two sounds. I'd like to start with the short A sound. Most times, words with letter I make the short A sound. So those words with letter I that we naturally articulate as E, we can have different words with letter I making different sounds. Let me start with that. Different letter can make different sounds. We can also have the same letter making different sounds. For example, in the word I-N, the I there sounds A, in. An average person will pronounce it as in. But the right pronunciation, or the standard pronunciation, like I mentioned earlier, is in. You can also have the word iron. In the word iron, the letter I there sounds I, iron, iron. So the letter I in N and the letter I in iron, even though both are the same letters, that make different sounds. One is sounding A, the other is sounding I. So when I say that most times letter I sounds A, I am referring to words where letter I is usually articulated as E. So I love to say that henceforth, when you see a word that has letter I, and naturally you would pronounce the letter I as E, you want to change the letter I from E to A. Watch my mouth. Change letter I from E to A. A. The A sound is said with your lips spread out, opened a bit, your jaw drops. A. 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 So you change letter I from E to A. So in a word where I have in, and the word in, naturally I'm supposed to say in, right? I-N, in. But because I have learned that I need to change letter I from E to A, so I should say in. Another word is. Naturally, I would have said is. She is sleeping. But because I have learned that I should change letter I from E, so instead of saying, excuse me, instead of saying is, I should change it to A and say is. Another is fish. Fish. So instead of saying fish, I should say fish. Change letter I from E to A. So I will not say fish for ish. No, I should say fish. H, fish. Let's take one more word example. I can also have, excuse me, please, I need water. I can also have the word lip. So instead of saying lip, I should say lip. Change letter I from E to A. Lip. In. Is. In the word is, the S makes the sound of Z. Is. She is. She is. She is sleeping, not she is sleeping. I have fish. Fish. I love to eat fish. Not I love to eat fish. And then I have lip. Lip. She has a dark lip, or she has dark lips, as the case might be. A. Now let's go to the first sound. The long E. E. Remember, it has the length mark, the two dots. E. And we can have words like eat. Eat. So this has a long sound. So most times when we have words, excuse me, please. So most times when we have words with double vowels, like E is a vowel, A is a vowel. So when we spell a word and the word has double vowel letters, most times the vowel letters make a long vowel sound. Most times. So in the word E-A-T, the E and the A should come together and be sounded as E, long E, eat. It is different from IT. So let's consider EAT and IT. EAT is eat. IT is it. So I can say eat it. Eat it, not eat it. You know, as an African person, we'll just say eat it, eat it. The same word, eat it, eat it, eat it. That's wrong. It's meant to be eat it, not apologies. So it's eat it and not eat it. EAT sounds E, long E sounds. IT sounds it, the short A sound. Eat it. So let's go back to the long E sound. So I have the word eat. I can also have the word, I can also have the word feel. Feel. I can feel the fish. Feel the fish, not feel the fish. I can also have leap. You need to take a leap. Take a leap. So we have leap and we have lip. I decided to use simple words tonight. As we progress, we'll use bigger words. But let's start with simple words for easy explanation. So again, long E sound, we have E, feel, leap. Then we have the short A sound, in, is, fish, lip. And I have one sentence example. Eat it. Let's take a few sentences. Let me add one more sentence and I'll call few people to practice with me. Then we end the session and I focus on those in the academy. Again, if you're here tonight and you've not registered for the academy, it's not about learning. Learning is good, but then practicing does wonders. It brings the transformation that you seek. Without practicing, you might not experience that transformation. And if you will experience it, it might be very slow. So we have the first sentence. Eat it. Eat it, not eat it. Without changing your voice, without sounding fake, you sounded better. Eat it is different from eat it. We can also have another word like excuse me, the shoe doesn't fit my feet. Or let's just say it doesn't fit my feet to make the sentence shorter. It doesn't fit my feet. So look at these two words. We have fit and we have feet. It doesn't, not doesn't, doesn't. It doesn't fit my feet. So I wouldn't say it doesn't fit my feet. It doesn't fit, F-I-T, the I there, change letter I from E to A, fit. And the other one has double vowels, feet, make it long. The first word is where it, not eats, it. And then we have the word doesn't, not doesn't, doesn't. It doesn't fit my feet. Eat it. It doesn't fit my feet. Okay, so if you'd like to practice with me, raise your hand, let's practice together. After a few minutes, we're going to end this session and then we proceed to learning with those who are in the academy. If you'd like to enroll tonight, feel free to enroll so you can join the practice session. We're still going to have another 1 hour for practice. Okay, Omoni, please unmute. Good evening, sir.
Okay, Diction Queen.
Yeah. Have you been, sir?
I'm fine. I'm
Very well. Please pronounce
okay.
the words and read these 2 sentences.
Okay. Eat it. It doesn't fit my feet.
Okay, please try the first sentence again.
Eat it.
Better.
It doesn't fit my feet.
Very well. Thank you, sir.
Welcome,
Thank you.
ma.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir. Okay, some people are asking questions. Questions are supposed to come in question time, but let me just quickly attend to the words. Amen, Esther. There is no volume. Grace, check your phone. I think it's from your phone. Okay, we have the word hi, H-I. Hi, the I there sounds I. So in this word, we do not change the I. We can't change the I. Remember, we can only change the I to A if it was sounding E. But in the word hi, the I sounds I, so we can't change it to E. And then we have shape and ship. Shape, S-H-A-P-E. Shape. It has a diphthong. And then we have ship. So the way Nigerians pronounce S-H-A-P-E is the way you should pronounce S-H-I-P. Ship. Okay? Joy, good evening. Please unmute.
Good evening, ma'am.
Have you been?
Okay. Eat. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay. Eat it. It doesn't fit my feet.
F-I-T, fit. It doesn't fit my feet. Please take that part again.
It doesn't fit my feet.
F-I-T. Please pronounce F-I-T.
Fit.
Now read the sentence again.
It doesn't fit my feet.
Yes, so you're more intentional now. Well done, John. Keep it up. So if I call you henceforth, after you have read the 2 sentences, you can give me any sentence that has 2 words, one sounding the A sound, the other sounding the E sound, for us to practice better. Okay, I have another question here. It says, is it the longs that sound ah or the short? None of them is sounding ah. We have E, small letter I, the one written as small letter I, 2 little dots sounds E. And the one written as capital letter I sounds A. E, eat, A, ate. I hope that answers your question. How do you pronounce these 2 words? So look at your sentence. These THIS is singular. It's supposed to be these two words. I guess you're referring to plural. How do I pronounce these? THESE instead of THIS. How do I pronounce these? THESE. These two words. So let's take these two words. These word examples. I have these and I have this. They aren't pronounced the same way. THESE. These. It has the long vowel E. THIS. The letter I there, change it from E to A. So you say this. So for example, I have this is my pen. And I can have these are my pens. Can you hear the difference? Let me know if you can hear the difference in the comments. This, THIS, the I that sounds like A. This is my pen. So if I want to use the plural of THIS, if I want to use the plural is THESE. I hope you can see my screen as well. All of these things I'm saying are on my screen. So I have these. These are my pens. Okay. So how do you pronounce these two words? Remember, the right word to use there is THESE, not THIS. I have lip and leap. Lip, LIP, lip. Leap, LEAP, leap. Take a leap of faith. Yes, take a leap of faith. You should not raise your hands in the chat. To raise hand, check below your screen. You're going to see reaction or raise hand. Click on it and then you would raise your hand properly. Those of you raising your hands in the chat, I will not call you because that's not the way to raise hand. Click on reaction or raise hand. You're going to see below your chat. That's how I can see that you're raising your hand, and that's how I can call you. These are my favorites. Yes, Yetunde, correct. These are my favorites. These. Okay, there is no word like, is there a word like THART? I'm not sure. I'll check that. Okay. So Usher, please unmute. In the next 2 minutes, I'm going to end this session. So if you're in the 6 weeks Mastery Academy, all you have to do is go back to your group to get the new link to join the new session. If you're not in the academy yet, I would end this session in less than 2 minutes. To practice and get transformed, you need to join the academy. And I'm still opening the spot to get in for just 20,999 naira. After tonight, the fee goes back to 31,999 naira. So if you're really serious about improving how you speak, then the Diction Master Academy is where you should be. Okay, Osha, good evening. Please go ahead and practice the 2 sentences.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Hate it. It doesn't fit my feet.
Very well. Please try the word IT again.
Hate it.
The word IT, just I and T.
Okay. Hit.
It. Say it again.
It.
Okay. You have what we call the H factor. That is adding letter H to words starting with vowels. So I would recommend that anytime you want to pronounce a word that starts with a vowel, do not take deep breath. You can decide to hold your breath. So please say it.
It.
So now try the first sentence. Eat it.
Hate it.
Eat. The first word is eat. The second word is it. Eat it.
Eat it.
Very well. Now try these two words. IT and Try these two words. IT and HIT.
HIT. Hate.
How about IT?
IT. Heat.
You're adding the H again. Try IT and hold your breath.
Eight.
It's better. Now HIT. Now say HIT.
Heat.
The H in that word is not silent, so we should hear the H. IT is pronounced eight without H sound. Eight, eight, eight. H I T is pronounced A T. Hate. There are
Hate.
two different words. IT,
Hate.
it. HIT, hate. The
Hate.
H must be heard. But what you are doing is you're adding H where we don't need the H, and you're removing H where we needed the H. So you have to be conscious of that H. Where we have the H, let's hear the H. Where we don't have the H, do not add any H sound to it. Please try it again now.
IT. Hate.
Good.
HIT. Hate.
I love that. So keep it up. Put that in mind. And every time when you speak, consciously remind yourself to watch out for words that start with vowels so that you do not add an H that we do not need. And then when you have words that start with H, make sure that the H is heard. Well done. So I'm going to end the session now. However, again, the Master Academy is an academy that helps us to structure our learning and our practicing to suit our schedule. We understand that a lot of us here are professionals, mothers, fathers, pastors. We have other things we need to attend to. And that is why we allow you to learn at your convenience Mondays to Friday. The e-learning platform I shared with you is a platform that we spent millions of naira on to put it together. We would have decided to just do a normal WhatsApp class where everybody comes, you get a video, you watch, and you learn. But we understand that with a proper platform, first you get lifetime access to it. Even after 6 weeks, you can always go Hello, I am back. Apologies, my network went off. Sorry about that. Let me quickly continue. Okay, I was rounding off already. Actually, I was rounding off so we could go to those who have registered on the 6 Diction Master Academy. So I just wanted to state that if you're here and you have that consciousness to improve how you speak, then the Diction Master Academy is the best place to do that, is the best place to be. We have created a system that allows you not just learn, but practice. And not just practice with your instructors, but also practice with other individuals. And one of the things I love about the practice session is it's not just about what we're learning at that time, just like what you have seen in a few minutes. Our focus was to learn the E and A sounds. We have learned about grammar, how to use singular and plural, this and these. We have also learned about each factor. In case you have heard it and you know you have it, you have learned what you're supposed to do. So the 6 weeks Diction Master Academy is the best place to be to learn and practice. So you can still join tonight at just 20,999 naira. After tonight, like I mentioned, the fee goes back to 31,999 naira. And to make your payment into the same account details, UBA account. If you need the account details, you can also ask in the group. Olubukola RB Agbala UBA, the same account number you paid your 1,000 naira into. So I'm going to end this session. Excuse me. I will end this session right now and send a new link to the Academy WhatsApp group, the support group, so that you can join and we can quickly conclude our practice session. So if you're in the Academy, see you in the Academy. Come get the new group so we can keep practicing. If you're not in the Academy, enroll now so you can join the practice session. We're meeting again tomorrow by 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. as well to practice. That's what we do Mondays to Saturdays.